Okay, so yeah, I'm standing out here in the front field of the farm, and I just kind of want to do a hay crop update. Yeah, hay crop update. Fertilizers in the tanks. I got, I don't know, maybe 15,000 gallons on hand right now. I know I do. I got 15,000 gallons on hand. I'm going to need a lot more than that, but it's just too wet to put the fertilizer down. So everything's kind of on hold. We've got weather coming in tonight and tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Oh no, tomorrow's Thursday. Tonight, tomorrow. It's sunny as could be right now. It's beautiful. But it's the calm before the storm. We're supposed to get some pretty bad weather tomorrow and Friday. And yeah, I'm supposed to go out to Messick's tomorrow night. I'll be out there at around 6 o'clock out to the Elizabethtown. They're going to have, I'm going to put this over on this trailer, they're going to have a crone seminar kind of a thing going on. So I'll be doing that. I'll be out there for that anyway. The hay looks good. I mean, we're coming out of the winter. It was a very dry winter. It wasn't a very cold winter, but it was freezing and thawing for the most part. And I did actually have some freeze out, which kind of annoys me. I don't generally get that with grass hay, but there's a couple of fields that I drove past, and I just can't believe the amount of freeze out. This field here, where my sweet corn was last year, this right here, the dirt side, that one, hold this, that one, it was so dry that the wind blew the soil away from the roots, and then they never really took off too good. It actually looked really good there for a while, but then we started getting rain, and it's washed the grass out of its row. It seems like it's taken a hold again, but it's pretty much a failure here. I'm going to have to replant this and another farm that I did last fall. So that's one of those things. This here, you know, this is what K31 looks like when it is actively growing the way it's supposed to be growing. It looks pretty good. It's just starting to green up now. I put a little fertilizer down there, but it obviously isn't doing anything because we haven't had the degree days to get it up and running. The weather that's coming is just preventing me from getting this fertilizer on the ground. Last year this time I think it was pretty near halfway done. I know a year ago now me and Teresa were on our way out to Washington and Oregon to pick up the header and meet with Ken Coates, the or 63 Impala two-door, as most of you know him by. But this year it's a wash. We're just not getting anything done. I mean, I'm hauling hay and pulling out of muddy fields, and you know, we're basically taking from the hay pile down below the farm here because we can't get into fields to get the hay out very easy. But you know, there's good things and bad parts about it. The good part is getting the hay or the fertilizer equipment ready to rock and roll, and that will lead me to another video pretty soon. I have a really exciting announcement that is coming from Pequea. Pequea is going to be bringing some equipment out. I know that some people know about this already, but that is coming, which is great because Ryan Skibo from Pequea Equipment, he is just really excited as I am to get the equipment here so we can start to use it. Which brings me to another portion of the hay. Some of the soil tests came back. Actually, all the soil tests came back that I sent out, and there's two things that really need to be done: lime and potash. Now, I kind of felt that the potash level was getting low, you know, from other tests that I had done. The lime, I was a little shocked about, because we put a lot of lime on a lot of these fields over the years, and you know, you really, it's one of those things that if you ignore it long enough, it'll bite you in the ass. Well, it's time to address that problem with lime. So I'm going to see if I can get about 1,000 tons of lime in here and get the pHs up on some of these farms, some of the bad ones. You know, there's good ones, there's bad ones, so it's not super bad. They're looking at, you know, of course, fertilizer company, they're like, hey, you know, you got to put down 1.5 tons of lime this year to get what you need out of it. But, you know, I've been farming long enough to know that 1/2 ton of lime this year and 1/2 ton of lime next year will do as much as 1.5 tons of lime this year. It just, you know, it's just the way it works. You know, you can do 1/2 ton of lime for 3 years in a row and get more benefit out of those 3 years than you would 1 year of 1.5 tons. So that's the route that I'm going to go. I'm actually going to be putting lime down on about, well, 2,000 acres of ground. Hopefully I can get it on enough on early, you know, like as I'm putting fertilizer on. I'm going to have possibly Teresa running the lime spreader. Yeah, go Teresa. I'm going to bring a lot of lime here, and I'll show you that when it shows up here, but for the most part, that's what is going on. I just can't wait for these storms to get past so that we can actually get out on the fields and do something. It's just annoying me. I did get this the nurse tank out here. There's 1/2 tank, a little over 500 gallons of fertilizer in this. This was a sprayer that I built in 1998, and I used it for about 10 years. Now I think I used it for 12 years. It was a good sprayer I built. Of course, the 4960 is hooked to that. A lot of people are wanting to know what the interior ended up looking like. Well, there it is. It's done. I had Timothy. I bought a new antenna for that. So I had Timothy put that antenna on there, and it'd be a good idea to try it out, because can you believe that? I think there's I shouldn't even have that on, but yeah, there's some music there, and I don't ever hold on, balance. Let's see what we got here. Front, no, fade. Yeah, see the front speakers for some reason aren't working, so but we're not actually playing music, so, but it is working. Seek that, and it is. I actually have some different channels. So anyways, with that, the radio is working a lot better now, which, you know, makes him happy. Oh shit, there it is. It was me. I turned it on. So yeah, but the 4960, it's nice. It's actually quiet in here. Once you put the new interior kits in here, that makes a big difference. So that was done. Tractor's in great shape. We cleaned everything up. There's, you know, some of this stuff is glue. I should have wiped it down, I guess, with some acetone or something like that. But anyway, so that's it. The hay crop is coming out of the winter. You know, no worse for wear. I think it's going to be a good year, especially if I get that fertilizer and lime on here. I am, you know, the potash. Potash is going to be key to getting the maximum out of, well, actually the potash and the lime are more key to get the maximum out of the soil than I would if I didn't use it, just nitrogen alone. Phosphate levels are still in that medium-high range. You know, years and years of corn and cow shit, that just, you know, not on all acres, but years and years of corn on all this ground. We always seem to have a high potash level, and it is available. Sulfur I thought was going to be ridiculously low, but it isn't. It's in the medium range. So they're recommended ammonium sulfate, a little bit of phosphate, because the availability, you know, is low because of the lack of lime. So you just gotta, or lack of pH. So the pHs are in the low 6s, upper 5s. One of them was in the low 5s, but I know where that is, and it was just a piss poor place that nobody ever did anything. But they mined it. They didn't farm it. They mined it. They mined it to the point where it wouldn't produce anything, and that's why I got it from Mulch Hay. So anyway, with that being said, I guess this video is about over. Tractors that are on the chopping block, well, obviously this one that I'm sitting in, you know, would go. I know there's a lot of people that said, oh, I wouldn't buy that tractor because it burned. Well, the cab burned. The rest of the tractor's perfectly fine. I'm not looking to get rich on it. I'm just looking to move it out. So, you know, I would take $30,000 for it pretty easily. I know I was offered a lot more money than that, but, you know, realistically, $30,000 would take this tractor. It's a good tractor. The 8120, again, Probably would sell the 8120 without any problems. It's a great tractor, but you know, I've got all this iron that's sitting around here. The 8120 between $75,000 and $85,000. That's what it's worth. It's got that one tire that I repaired is holding. There's no problems with it, but I will replace that tire before it goes out the door. But anyways, those are just some of the, you know, that's some of the money. 7810 I'm going to keep, even though, you know, I'm going to keep it. The 4230, again, great tractor with brand new tires and only 3,300 hours on it. That tractor's worth, as a collector's item, is worth a lot of money. But that one's on the chopping block. I'd take somewhere between $14,000 and $16,000 for that. Beautiful tractor, runs great. But other than that, that's what I'm getting rid of. I do have a couple of plows, a couple of 6-bottom plows that I probably won't be using, so they could go. It's just got a lot of stuff here that, you know, I'm getting ready to sell and get rid of it. But anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to please comment, rate, and subscribe. Check out OneLonelyFarmer.com. You can get some, well, I'm not wearing any OneLonelyFarmer.com merchandise today, but, you know, you've seen it on there. It's all embroidered now. Thinking about getting a silk screen machine to print. So that's a possibility also. But anyway, stay tuned tomorrow and check it out. Maybe we'll either be flood and rain, or maybe I'll get you some stuff at the Krone out at Messick's tomorrow. Thank you again.